that there is advice available on various local government websites, and I will just read it out for some of you. So, for example, from the point of view of health, Swansea Council is emphasising that personal waste such as used tissues and disposable cleaning cloths can be stored securely within disposable rubbish bags. The bags should be placed into another bag, tied securely and kept separate from other waste, and this should be put aside for 72 hours before being put into the normal black bag waste in order to make sure that the virus has died. So I just repeat that. So that is one of the examples of good health practice in waste collection, and that's obviously to protect the health of the workers who work at the other end of the waste collection and waste disposal cycle. So that's just one good example of things that might need to be emphasised and other things that might need to change. And I cannot emphasise enough that we're not saying that that's happening now. It's just an example of one of the things that would be looked at in the coming weeks and months. In terms of volunteers, the First Minister has already mentioned that we're meeting tomorrow with WCVA partners and others, a whole series of third sector organisations and pan-sector organisations, to discuss the whole issue of third sector involvement and coordination of volunteers. We've also had useful meetings with the WLGA about coordination of volunteers for each local authority area, and we've been saying today that people who want to come back into the workforce with relevant qualifications, or indeed people who have equivalent qualifications such as the hoteliers that were mentioned earlier, for example, should contact their individual local authorities who will know where their skills are most needed. Not everyone will be needed immediately, that's the other thing. People are very eager to come forward now, but what we want is to make sure that we have a steady supply of volunteers going forward through what may be many months to come. So I would urge people to ensure, that it's not just in the next 2 days. This is an ongoing thing that we will need to coordinate. We will need to make sure that staff don't become exhausted, that volunteers don't become exhausted, and that we are able to give people a rotation around what will need to be done.